Hi everyone, in recent FMGE exams, so many Arisians have done a great job and we are going to share a few of these successful stories with you people. See, so many aspiring medicos are there and for sure they are going to watch this interview. So ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Sunaina with us right now. So Dr. Sunaina, first of all, heartiest congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
And I know you since your medical college because you belong to Asian Medical Institute. So this will be great if you can start with your basic introduction so that other people can know about you.
Yes, sir. So my name is Dr. Sunaina and I graduated from Asian Medical Institute, Kyrgyzstan. I scored 186, sir.
Yeah, 186, that's a great, yeah. So 186 means you are 100% eligible for 𝗖𝗍𝒄𝗃, right?
When I came back actually from Kyrgyzstan, the one question that was continuously in my mind was that even if I was graduated, I was still not feeling that confident about myself. Many people, when we come back from that particular place, we always have that fear in our mind that we have to go for this exam and we have to clear that. So somehow I was not even I was feeling happy that I graduated, but at the same time, I was feeling that okay, I have to opt for this exam and then I should clear it. And then only I'll be calling myself actually doctor. Because you only get confidence calling yourself a doctor when you clear this exam. Right now, I'm feeling really, really grateful and really confident by calling myself doctor.
Okay, so most important question for you now. What are the changes you have seen before and after passing FMGE exam?
I think too many changes. I don't think I can just even I can tell about them even if I sit for a whole night or day, because not just academically, but also you see so many changes around you also, because when you came back home there are many expectations from you, not just from your parents, but also there will be people who may not be feeling good about your graduation or your family, but they may be there checking out on you that you have to pass this exam, and then maybe you will not pass this exam. Because I have seen in my family also, people will keep on asking my mother, now she's coming back, she'll clear the exam or not, this, that, something. And this is something I feel that everyone is going through the same. So now when I see them around us, getting to about that I have cleared the exam, my mother felt really proud telling them that she cleared. And I can see too many people, the relationships which I didn't know before, I am just coming to know that they're also my relatives just by clearing this one exam, which I didn't felt this was this big before, but now I'm feeling that, oh my God, it is having a great impact on people. So I feel, yeah, great.
जो लोग पहले कॉल नहीं करते थे, जो लोग पहले नहीं बात करते थे, वो आज के टाइम पे फोन करके मुबारकबाद देते हैं, राइट?
Yeah. Especially when they're calling your parents and they're asking them ki हाँ उनका exam हो गया, we got to know about this. So this is something I feel really good about, because parents are always someone, they will stood by you, not just throughout your struggles, but also when you're going to attempt the exam, it is like they're giving their own exam.
True.
So they'll be equally nervous about that situation, but when you clear the exam, they're equally happy. Even I can say more than us, they are happy. So when they are able to answer, yes, they cleared, I think that is the most beautiful feeling a child can give to their parents, because parents give so much to us and they do not question us in any way. Even if we fail, even if we pass, that doesn't matter to them. But when we pass, the happiness they have, and when they share it with the other people, I feel that is the thing which we cannot buy, I feel so.
Okay, nice. So how much you celebrated? A lot?
I guess more than me. My family celebrated too much. Yeah, I guess a lot.
A lot. Nice.
Still, I guess doing things only about this exam, then celebrations, this, that. I just going out like an occasion.
Okay, fine. So we are going to start with your medical college life. So how was your college?
I think it was the best.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe a college life could be difficult for some students, but for me, it was just a piece of cake. I can never, ever define those years in words, because I feel that was the most beautiful time I could have ever spent it. I do not regret even one single minute of my college life. I enjoyed a lot. The seniors, I would say the teachers, everyone were so cooperative, so good with us that I really felt blessed. It was my best time.
Okay, nice. So obviously, I know since your college time, so like
Yes,
you have been indulged into so many extra co-curricular activities also.
yes.
So how you were able to manage extra activities and your academic part?
So I feel when you wanted to do so many things at one time, but at the same time, you should focus and equally divide your time for the studies also, as well as for your extracurricular also, because that is some part of your life. You cannot just do academically well and then sit and do nothing about it. I feel that extracurricular is equally important. It just sharpens your mind, as you already told that you know me from there. So I have always been, very I would say very, very desperately desirable for many other things, not just being a medico and then clearing my exam and something. I just always wanted to get indulge into many things right now also. So I feel it is very important not just do academically well, but also manage some time for your extracurricular activities. Maybe it can be anything. It doesn't matter whatever you are good in. But I feel in medical college, there are many things which we are celebrating every year, not just academically, but also many other extracurricular which you may be good in.
और हॉस्टल लाइफ बहुत अच्छी थी वहां पे कॉलेज में हॉस्टल लाइफ रूममेट्स
Yes,
फ्रेंड्स
yes.
सीनियर्स
Seniors, I would say पहले तो डर था because we feel कि अरे seniors they'll do ragging, they will do this. But I think Kashmir has its own perks, I would say, because whenever they will listen here for Kashmir, they will sit and they'll ask, "Acha, Kashmir." So I feel that they were really cooperative with me. They were at their best, even if I needed some help, because when you go back from home to a certain place, you feel homesick. You feel that there is no one, but there were people who were taking care of me really nicely. One of them were Dr. Gigi. She is still in contact and she is still in good relationships with me. So I feel she was really, really cooperative with me. So I felt great. Yes, they were very good.
So what about your next phase of life, say during exam preparation time? So my second question is, how was your experience of, like exam preparation time, like full of tension, full of struggle, anxiety, frustration, or like full of happiness, easy time?
No, no, sir. It was not easy time. Why? Because there was this thing in my mind that I have to clear it. I didn't took it as an attempt, but I wanted to clear it really in one go itself. But so because of that peer pressure, which I have exerted on myself, that was something that I was really feeling anxious about. But I feel that a good guidance can lead you to the pathway which will not be that stressful for you, because once you are not figuring it out all alone, there will be people around you who will guide you. Like I had many teachers and RIs which are giving you the material. This is not a promotion video, I'm telling it by really, I mean it. So there are people who are experienced for more than 20 years, 30 years, or they may be teaching the students from so many years. So what you will figure out in 6 months, they have already figured out in last 10 or 20 years. So I feel that is the most, intelligent move to do at that particular time, because they are giving you what is needed for the exam. So you don't have to put much efforts for the exam, or you don't have to find the content कि क्या आ रहा है exam पे क्या नहीं आ रहा है, because they are serving it to you. You just have to put your head in remembering that stuff and then working hard on that. So I think that is something which I would say would be the best move to do for someone who is attempting an exam, to just go for an coaching, even if you don't know anything, you are at zero. Suppose you don't know anything, you don't know what is a cell. I would say that when you are joining a coaching center, you go with your clear mind and then sit in a class. When you are sitting in a class for 10 hours, for 12 hours, I feel that time they are just giving you the information which is the right information and which is needed for the exam. And sometimes there will be some word which will be stuck in your mind. The teacher will be telling you, and in exam, you will just see that same word or same line. And it really helps you and boosts your confidence throughout. But yes, there will be breakdowns. There will be, phases where you will doubt yourself कि होगा नहीं होगा क्या नहीं होगा. There may be people around you who will be telling you उसका इतनी बार में नहीं हो रहा है, इसका इतनी बार में नहीं हो रहा है. And then you'll be judging yourself कि यार किसी का नहीं होता है, ये नहीं होता, वो नहीं होता. But I would say at that particular time, you should just focus on one thing, that all in our hand is to work hard and move intelligently. That is the most important thing, because I feel 40,000 medicals every year doing so much hard work, but then also failing in the exam. It is not the hard work, it is the strategy. It is the well strategy which you may have to plan, and then only you will be able to clear the exam. I think that is the most important thing. In anxiety and everything, that is something part of it. So you'll go through this. Once you clear the exam, you'll be fine.
Okay, see, at this point, the most important question for you is, since you already have passed this exam, you have
Yes,
scored 186, so that is amazing
yes,
score. So my
yes,
second question, suppose if you are going to write this exam again,
yes,
suppose you are the fresher, right? What
yes, sir.
should be your best strategy? How you are going to make the plan?
So I feel the first thing which I didn't know for first few months, I would say, which I think even if you're telling me that I scored 186, I still did not feel very much good about it, because I always felt I will score much more than this. But yes, which really helps to score more, I would say, is not just your notes and reading them by heart. I think that more, I would say, best strategy would be there is one thing which I saw in my friends also, all around also, that we treat, we attempt MCQs as evaluation for our knowledge, right? So whenever we are attempting the MCQs, we will feel, oh, we don't know this MCQ. Solving the MCQs also, suppose we are solving 10, 20 or 30 MCQs. And when we are solving the MCQ, we don't know, somehow suppose 5 MCQs or 10 MCQs, that particular time we will judge ourselves. Or we still don't know 5 or 10. Rather than doing that, which I did, and I feel it really helped me a lot, and it massively increased my score also, because I did the same thing with GTs also. I just didn't do it with like a small number of MCQs, which I was doing daily, but with the, GTs also, I did the same strategy. I just attempted, suppose 30, 40 or 50 MCQs, or just I'm giving 150 questions GT. So if I was not doing right 50 questions or 20 questions or 10 questions, I'll just write down those topics, whichever topics they were. Even if I felt I know them, I will still write down those topics. And then I would not just see, okay, हाँ ये था तो ये answer होगा, ये था तो ये answer होगा, because I feel brain will not pick it up in a fraction of seconds. You have to give it a moment, which I think you told me one time that you have to learn it by heart. हम लोग जैसे A for apple पढ़ते थे और 𝗵𝗵H𝗵𝗵 याद करते थे, Sunaina, you have to do it by that. And I really, stood by that. I think I did it the same, but I just strategized it a bit. I just took those topics, I wrote it down. Once I'm done with my, subjective things for 5 hours, suppose 6 hours or 7 hours, then I will take a good amount of time, 3, 4 or 5 hours, whatever is the, time for the day. I will just read those topics once again. Even if I know them, doesn't matter. I will read them again. I will try to learn them by heart. And I will add that one more particular point, which was wrong in that particular topic, which I got wrong in that particular MCQ. So I think that is something which helped me a lot, because I got to know my weaknesses. I, at the same time, worked on them. And when they came in the exam, I think I scored very well on them. So I feel if someone will do like this from the starting itself, I think they will score really nice. It is not that hard, but it is something that I think everyone should do, and they will see really the results of this. It was really good strategy, and I think we all should do that. Why not, if it is increasing our score?
Did you complete all 19 subjects?
Yes, yes. Not just one time, I would say 3 or 4 times. I did complete all 19 subjects. Yes, yes, 3, 4 times. But I would not say that I did all the topics 3 or 4 times. I would say that the more I will do MCQs, जो भी topic गलत होते थे, I will give more time on them. Like I kept 19 pages. I wrote down all the topics. Whatever I was reading, it might feel very, something कि अरे 19 subjects के topics कैसे लिखेंगे. But once आप read कर रहे हो, उस time पे आप लिख रहे हो, it will not feel that much burden, because just 5 or 10 seconds you have to keep for that particular thing. So 19 subjects, 19 pages, 19 जितने भी topics हैं, just write it down right then and there. Once you are doing, revision and that thing. So जो भी topics आपके गलत हो रहे, just take it. So I can show my notes. If I show my notes, you'll see that some topics I have taken 10 times also, because 10 बार गलत हुए वो. My brain was not able to pick it up. So 10 बार भी गलत हुए, तो 10 बार पढ़ा मैंने उसको, and I take it out. So yes, I would say 19 subjects I did do. I didn't miss out on any subject one time also. But yes, I gave more preferences to the subjects which were really important in scoring. I gave a bit, less interest, I would say, or time to those subjects which were not that scoring. But I didn't leave them out, because I feel that is the bonus marks which you can get. You shouldn't leave them, because 149 marks and then 1 mark that small subject is giving you, I think that is something which you should do.
आपके subjects में से strongest subjects कौन से थे? Best.
Sir, I would say first thing which scare people off is medicine because of so much vast syllabus. But I would say that was the best subject because of Priyansha. I think Priyansha taught it so well. But that was something I was really interested in. Pathology, that was also at its best because Dr. Devesh sir, he taught it so well, and it is so vast also. But once you read it 1 or 2 times, it gets easy. So I think pathology was also quite well for me. So I feel these 2 subjects were something that I can rely on right now. Also, I feel okay. Those 2 subjects, and even if I don't read them for 1 or 2 months, I still remember most of it. That is something I like about it. The subject which I think I have read 19 times till now is psychiatry.
Right.
Not lying. This is the truth. I have done it in college from you 2 times, and then I came back, I did it again. And then once you were doing revise again, then I think I have done it, literally I have done it 10 or 20 times till now. I still remember each and every example. But I think psychiatry is so good. Then once you get, familiar with it, you start liking it.
अच्छा है, good. Okay, ये बताओ weak subjects क्या थे आपके? Weak subjects.
Sir, weak subjects, I would say PSM, not because I was not able to read it or, multiple times. I did read it multiple times, even on the last day also. I tried to, once go through that rapid revision of PSM. But the problem with PSM is that even if you read it 10 times also, the formulas you have, to exert the formulas in the examination hall, that is a big task because 1 minute, 1 question, and then you are not that good in maths because we are medicals. So, even if it's a small formula, it gets into your head. So something which I think bothers me in examination hall also, even I knew all the, formulas and everything, but still there was something which were the marks I was losing on. So I would say that part of the PSM were not good. That is why, because I felt that, okay, PSM is not a piece of cake for me, at least. Maybe it may be good for other students, but not for me. It was not a subject which I was scoring well in. I will still lose the marks even if I know it so well. So yeah, PSM, not that good.
Okay, fine. So this time actually result was only 20%, right? So I can say that 80% people failed, right? Yeah. My question to you, because see, this time so many of your friends might have failed also, right? And so many have failed. Yeah. So my question to you is, so what do you think, what could be the mistakes like they might have done this time?
Sir, I feel the biggest mistake which one can do, or even there were many people which were around me in the library. I guess in our library also, I would not say 80% because I don't know them, but I can judge them on the basis of my surroundings. So I see in my library, there were multiple people who were, reading for the same exam. And so I feel that first thing which I saw in all of them, which was common, that is self-doubt. Self-doubt of, massive level, not just a small self-doubt. Self-doubt मतलब सब करते हैं, मैंने भी किया कि मतलब अगर नहीं हुआ, अगर ऐसे नहीं हुआ, अगर वैसे क्वेश्चन आए, that is something very natural. But self-doubt बहुत ऐसे लेवल का कि मुझे तो लगता ही नहीं मेरा होगा. These were the exact words. Before 1 or 2 days, people would, coming to me and they will be telling me, तुम intelligent हो इसलिए तुम्हें लगता है तुम्हारा होगा. But that is something that people should not say about themselves. I feel that जो भी profession में आता है, they're very intelligent. Once they are, thinking of taking this profession, they themselves should declare themselves, intelligent, because ऐसे ही नहीं लेगा कोई भी subject. So once you are going for the degree like this, you should not have self-doubt on themselves कि नहीं होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा. I feel that was the very negative point which I saw in each one of them actually. कि दिन में 4 दफा यही चीज होता था कि नहीं मुझे तो नहीं लगता मेरा होगा, मुझे नहीं लगता मेरा होगा. And that is what happened. They failed by 1 or 2 mark in exam, just 3 mark in exam. So I feel because yes, this is something very important. I really would like to share this. I feel 6 महीना जो आप पढ़ते हो और 6 साल जो आप पढ़ते हो, that is one part of this story. The another part of the story, or the another part of the side of the coin, is that particular day. Even if so well, you have done it, not just in 6 months, you are reading from last 6 years and you're the brilliant student. मतलब सब आपको बोलते हैं कि अरे आपका तो आराम से हो जाएगा, you're the best, you are giving the GTs, you are doing your best. But still, if you are not in your senses at that particular day and you cannot control your nerves and you are nervous and you are 1% doubtful of your own self, you will not pass. Because I feel that day is really important day. आप एक मिनट एक क्वेश्चन और आपके इतने सालों की मेहनत, if you are not confident, you can just miss out on that question just because you are nervous. So I feel that is the most important thing. जब तक आपको नर्वस होना है, आप एक रात पहले तक नर्वस रहो. The next day just think one thing that मैंने किया है, अब वो करेगा. And then you just go for the exam and then give your best. Give your best. Just think that it is not just an exam or they are not just the 300 questions. This was something which I told to myself. 5 minutes रह गए थे. I just told this thing to myself. I have to give my best. I don't want to sit in the same exam for next 6 months. And that's it. My all anxiety went out. And I was so focused कि पता ही नहीं चला कि questions कब खत्म हो गए. And that is something I would really like to tell everyone. मुझे लगता है सर सबसे important चीज है. Because 149, 147 is something कि सबको पता है, उसने पढ़ा है. And they know. And there were questions जो उसने गलत करे. So I think they are missing out because they are feeling nervous about themselves and they are not confident कि वो कर लेंगे. That is something I feel is very important.
ओके चलो ठीक है. तो आई फील कि बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट बातें थी इसमें जो कि जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स देखेंगे अभी, आई थिंक दे आर गोइंग टू गेट इंस्पायर्ड. Okay, fine. Say the most important piece of advice for those people who are going to write exam in December this time, December FMG exam.
I think first of all, sir, I would like to tell is go for a coaching. Don't go for online coaching. I would suggest, because as a student, I am as a student perspective, I am just sharing this information because I feel कि online में ऐसा होता है कि you don't have control over your classes, right? You will just be so much, you will be so much ease कि चलो अभी कर लेंगे, थोड़ा pause कर लेंगे, बाद में देख लेंगे. But once you are in the offline classes, you have that pressure on you. You have to sit and you have to listen the teacher. There is no other option which you can do. So first thing is that go for offline coaching. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. Second most important thing is, which every teacher will tell you, कि same day का same पे पढ़ो and then MCQs करो. But above all this, I would suggest two important things. One is, do not evaluate yourself on the basis of MCQ solving. MCQ solving is a skill which you have to master till your end day of the exam. Till I would say 300th MCQ you will take. You can still see that even if a topper is writing the exam, there will be MCQs which he will be doing wrong or she will be doing wrong. I know myself that I had instant regrets कि अरे ये question आता गलत कर दिया. But that is completely okay. So use them for your knowledge. Do not use them for your evaluation. And last thing is that once you are preparing, please have belief and have hope. Surrender yourself to the divine power, whichever you believe in. That I am doing my hard work. I am doing my best. I am not just taking it for granted as an attempt. So rest, leave upon that. We will take care of that. Yeah, that's it. That's the best advice I think I could give to them.
Okay, chalo theek hai. So since you have been associated with Arise for last many years, right? So how was your experience?
So I think once I think we met in second year. I think that particular day, before that also you were taking the classes. I think I attended your classes. Those were the demo classes which I attended. Yeah. And I still remember you taught us Burns topic. I still remember that. Yeah, I still remember that. That was something which I think once you are in medical college, you don't get a lot of things to to taught by, because those are series of lectures and everything. But as an exam perspective, first time when you are getting an exposure from a faculty, you feel good about it. So first thing that I felt good about it was that I was getting something new. First thing. Second thing is that I joined the class of Dr. Khalid sir, which was the brilliant class I could have ever attended. And I didn't do just, this radiology from him, but I also did a rapid revision of him of orthopedics, which I still remember. Yeah, he took for 8-9 hours, I think, that day. I also did attend ENT from Rajiv Dhawan sir. I did attend Dr. Priyansh Jain's class. So because I feel that that was the most helpful thing, that it was giving me an exposure before even coming back to the India, what exam is about. So I feel that was the best thing. Second thing is that Arise has given me so many stages to speak. So I feel that was the most important thing, because as a speaker, you always like to speak. So hosting arises so many events. I guess that was the most beautiful thing I could have ever done with Arise. But I feel that was the most beautiful time that I could have spent it with Arise also. And Arise, I feel not just is a quote line of Arise, building the better doctors, but I feel that is the most powerful word also. And I feel Arise is always doing that thing. Not because I'm affiliated with the Arise, but I really feel that because Khalid sir is always, so motivating. Once I was leaving the examination hall, those words were stuck in my mind. He just told me this one thing: don't worry, you just have to score out of 50, 25, and you can. I feel that is very homely thing to say to the child, because आप पढ़ा रहे हो, आपकी उतनी जिम्मेदारी है, but Arise is something I feel very, very, close to my heart, because आप हर faculty को देखोगे, they will just not tell you the stuff which you have to read, but also the motivation which they will give you is very, very important, because आप anxious feel करते हो, कभी-कभी nervous feel करते हो, but they will tell you each and every stuff which you have to, which you cannot explain to your parents also, कि मतलब ऐसा हो रहा है, ऐसा हो रहा है, but they understand your inner feelings, and they try to, manage you by their words. So I feel that is the most important thing which you can get from an institute, not just the knowledge, but also the support, that emotional support, I would say. So I think that is something which I really liked about Arise. And yes, about Arise, I really liked you. That is also one more thing, because I still remember you told me this one thing, that I was really feeling anxious, and I was really feeling so down that I felt even if I could do it or not. And I remember calling you and telling you कि sir मुझे बहुत tension हो रही है, and you telling me कि first thing that made me laugh was you have to do brain gym. That is something which I will never forget. And second thing which you told me was that कि इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि वर्ल्ड कप जीतो या हारो, बट ये कभी भी कोई नहीं बोल सकता है कि रोहित शर्मा प्लेयर बुरा है. So you have faith on yourself. Your hard work will pay off. That is something which anyone could have given to anyone. I feel that holds a very much power at that particular time. मतलब आप normally किसी को अगर ये चीज बोलोगे, maybe it will not be that much big thing for them to say, but उस time पे जो मैं feel कर रही थी, I think that was something which really motivated me and kept me going. And at times whenever I felt low, I think there were you who were there to help me, not just in studies, but also emotionally also. और मुझे लगता है कि the amount of I would say कि हिस्सा जो उसका है, my parents deserve equally. I would say that you also deserve. वो जो credit है उसका, I feel that is something I should give it to you, because parents के बाद I have always heard कि teacher second parent होता है, guardian होता है, but I have encountered it in two men after my father. One is Dr. Prashant sir, because in my college years, he always handled everything about me, and he had been taking care of me like my own family. And he once told to my mother also that I will take care of him like his father would have done. So you don't worry about her name. And second name I would like to take is yours, because academically also, and more than academically, I would say emotionally, or I had been through a very tough phase also, कि मतलब नहीं हो रहा है, कैसे होगा, क्या होगा. I thought that कि अगर नहीं हुआ, अगर ऐसे होगा, अगर वैसे होगा, but that अगर मगर you cannot explain to your parents, because you will always feel कि वो भी anxious हो जाएंगे. At that particular time, you need someone who is also emotionally very strong and has seen the journey, or he or she has been at the same time to that particular place कि कभी, and they will understand how you are feeling. So I think at that particular time, you had played a very important role. So I really would thank you both for being so supportive, and for letting me know that after your family, there are good people around you who can take care of. That is something I really would appreciate.
Always welcome. ठीक है, चलो ये तो बड़ी इमोशनल बातें हो गई, अच्छी बातें हो गई. चलो ठीक है, अब मैं ये कहूंगा कि चलो ये बताओ कि कुछ जो आपके जो जूनियर्स है एशियन में, है ना, आपके जो जूनियर्स हैं,
Yes,
आपके जूनियर्स के लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज रहेगा कि वो लोग अभी से स्टार्ट करें या फिर ग्रेजुएशन के बाद आके आराम से कर लेंगे वो?
No, I would never tell anybody to start late, because the earlier you start, the closer you are to win the battle. Because you
Yes.
know you have to go through this. And you also know this is not a piece of cake. It might seem easier once it is done, but it is equally harder once it is not done.
True.
Because आप दोनों side देख रहे हो, आप ये भी देख रहे हो who are passing the exam, and you are equally seeing the people who are not passing the exam. And there is a very thin line of passing and not passing. And if you are starting it earlier, you will get the confidence of clearing the exam. So I feel you should go for a better source. I would not suggest any source, but I would say कि अभी I think in Asian, Arise is also taking classes. So I would tell them कि do not waste their time. They are doing their university classes with them. I think everyone, not just final year or fifth year. I think from first year they should go for the classes, because it will help them. Because it will help them in the long run. They will feel confident as a doctor also, not just for the exam purpose, but once they will sit with a number of people, 10 or 20 or 30, and they will be asking questions, they will feel confident about themselves that as a doctor, okay, we know something about it.
Yes.
And the most important thing is they have to go through this. This is something which everyone knows we have to go through this from their first year. So why not starting it earlier? The amount of time, 6 months, how much you can do? Why not scoring high?
True.
If you have time, just please go for it. Do your classes, enjoy your college life, do extracurricular activities, give your best. This is something which will not come back. So give it your best and do it. Do it anyway. Even if you not feel, do it. Because anyways, you have to do it. Maybe not earlier, you have to do it, later. So start earlier and then give it your best.
True. Okay, so overall, this was a great conversation. For sure, so many medicos are going to write exam in December, and so many medicos, like they are going to watch this interview, and for sure they are going to get benefited, right? So thank you so much, Dr. Sunaina. God bless you more.
Thank you so much,
You
sir.
will be,
Thank
wherever you shall be in future, keep shining,
you.
right? So thank you so much, and I wish you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a great session. Thank you.